And Chief Foreign Correspondent Ian Pannell joins me now. Ian, you've been looking at this explosion in Gaza. What is the IDF saying? What do we know? What can we know?
Yeah, and these are very valid questions and important questions right now, up to a point. Both sides are accusing each other of being responsible for this. The Israelis accuse Palestinian Islamic Jihad, one of the organizations prescribed as a terrorist group inside Gaza, as being responsible. They say it was a failed strike, that the explosion on the ground was largely caused by the propellant inside the rocket that was launched, and they've provided a lot of video evidence, phone intercepts, other things that they say backs up this argument. For their parts, Hamas and many people across this region are absolutely adamant there was an Israeli strike. One imagines, not least, because there have been thousands of Israeli strikes over the last 12 days into Gaza. Now, I think it's worth saying that actually some of the videos that we've seen on the ground would at least support the argument there's no crater, there's no structural damage, that there was a large explosion, but it doesn't look like the other strikes.
And Ian, you talk about the regional reaction to all this. We're looking at images now coming in from Lebanon of protesters outside the US embassy there. They're being hit with water cannon. There's tear gas being deployed on the streets of Arab cities. People are angry about what's happened in Gaza. Talk to us a little bit about just the depth of feeling on the Arab street about Palestine and what's going on in Gaza right now.
Yeah, I mean, the anger is seething. It really feels like a region teetering on the brink. You talk about what's going on in Beirut right now. We know a large crowd moved up towards the US embassy in Beirut. Some people say they tried to storm it, but there are clashes ongoing there between protesters and the Lebanese security forces. I mean, this is going to be a huge concern for the American embassy and for Americans anywhere around the region, as well as, of course, Israeli citizens. But remember, President Biden, after being here, he's due to leave in the coming hours, was then going to cross over into Jordan, into the capital Amman, and meet with the Jordanian king, with President Sisi of Egypt, together with Mahmoud Abbas, the leader of the Palestinian Authority. That was cancelled immediately. And that is a major snub, I think, for President Biden, and it shows the level of anger. People immediately took to the streets around this region and elsewhere in the world, protesting what's been going on. And it wasn't just because of what happened in the hospital, it's because also of the bombing that's gone on for 12 days now. Now, way over 3,000 people appear to have been killed, according to Palestinian health authorities, over in Gaza. And there's a lot of anger. A lot of people feel that the response has not been measured enough, and that is leading to pressure on America, and subsequently that may well lead to pressure on Israel.
Well, thanks, Ian. Yeah, and we're looking at these pictures now out of Beirut. It looks to me like it's the Lebanese armed forces who are out on the street. We've got riot police there with their shields up. Protesters outside the US embassy there in Beirut become a focal point for protests in that city because there is so much anger. We've heard it there from Ian there, not just in Lebanon, but across the Arab world at what they're seeing happening in Gaza. We're watching now, this is riot police who are trying to form a wall to stop protesters getting close to the US embassy compound in Beirut. I should say in Beirut, where the US embassy is, yes, it's in the city, but actually it is quite a way away from some of the other embassies. It is very secure, huge blast walls surround it. I don't think there's any indication at this stage that protesters are going to get into the US embassy. It's incredibly well secured, but nevertheless, these protests are ongoing.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.